Taryn.
Hello.
Well, how have you been recently?
I've been alright. Just kind of freaking out with graduation coming up pretty soon, and so I've just been kind of stressed out with studying and finals and stuff like that. But overall, pretty good, I guess.
How's that preparation for graduation going?
I don't know really. I guess kind of alright. Like I said, I'm kind of freaking out about it. I'm really worried about what's going to happen after graduation. I know that I'm going to go home and stay with my parents for a little while, and they're completely okay with that. My mom actually really wants me to because she wants her daughter back, obviously, but it just kind of makes me feel like I'm not taking the step towards becoming an adult and doing adult-like things, which I'm going to be looking for a job, but I guess I just don't really know where to go with what my major was or is, I guess, and so it's just kind of worrisome, but I know that it'll probably all turn out all right.
Graduation's coming up. You're really anxious. That's beginning to affect other areas of your life. Am I correct? Is that influencing other things?
Yeah, I've been a little irritable towards my friends and kind of getting, frustrated with them just because they're not graduating this semester, so that it's easy for them to just kind of just hang out and not really worry about what's going on. And then also just with my sleep pattern, I just haven't been sleeping very well, and that always affects everything else. I feel like I haven't been able to really focus on my studies because of my lack of sleep and just not really feeling well. And I think my immune system is kind of not deteriorating, I guess, a little bit, and I've been getting a little bit sick, and so it's just kind of a spiral downwards.
Yeah, sounds like it. It definitely sounds as if a lot of anxiety is being kicked up. So if we look at that anxiety from an objective point of view, what are some of your fears that are surrounding the event of graduation?
Fears. I guess the future has just always been a big fear of mine, of just like what I'm going to do whenever I finally do graduate. And I guess it's just so scary because I've been in school my entire life and I've never had to worry about the next year because I've always been in school and I knew that I was going to be taking classes the next year. But now I'm not going to be taking any more classes, and now I have to find a job and a place to live, and I think money has always been a huge fear of mine as well. And so just figuring out how to pay for all of these things. And my mom just brought up to me how I'm going to have to start paying for my insurance and car payments and stuff like that. And so that's just going to be very stressful and just a lot on me all at once, I guess. And so I guess what graduation means to me is just stress in general, and just everything is just piling on top of each other. So, and I guess, the future is just it's going to all plan out and everything's going to be all right, but just right now it's just really stressful. I guess that's just my key word right now is stress and anxiety.
Okay. It appears that there's just a ton of responsibility that is weighing you down or staring you in the face after graduation comes and goes. And I think it's important to note that there is no fear and responsibility, but I think perhaps what you're expressing and what's truly behind this is maybe a fear of being incapable of handling such responsibility. Because the responsibility is just that. It's just, a noun, something. So could you perhaps just be feeling maybe inadequate or fearful of your own abilities?
I think that's definitely possible. Growing up, I've always been in my sister's shadow, and so she's always done really well with life, and now she's a teacher and paying for everything herself, and so I guess the decision to move back in with my parents has kind of made me feel inadequate and not being able to provide for myself right off the bat after graduation. So definitely feeling inadequate and not being able to take everything on, and just being able to work immediately after graduation and provide for myself and all of that stuff. But now I'm just being a burden on my parents again by moving in with them.
I think we've managed to uncover maybe a little bit deeper of an event or a little deeper issue within this fear, this nervousness. So I would like to talk about that more in our next session, if you would be willing to discuss that with me.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you, Taryn.